Here are the boss mechanics and fight explained for the boss.
Ahuatotli.
Exactly. So he is also known as Dev boss number 1. And this time around I would probably start with explaining the challenges and then just explaining the fight as we go. So in the arena you'll see these beam pyramids in the four corners of the arena. And there are two related challenges. One is that there shouldn't be more than one active at a time. You can do this either by just killing him quickly enough. I think that's how I did it. But apparently there is a way to deactivate the beams, and we'll see about that. From what I heard, I think you'll have to like walk behind them and somehow deactivate them. We'll see that during the fight. Um, And the other challenge is that you have to have all four of them active at the same time, not take any damage from them, and kill the boss during that phase. So basically they will shoot red lasers that go, I think, in a circular direction, so they don't track you, but they go in a fixed direction, and you'll basically have to avoid them. I think you can do so by running a circle around the pyramid, but that might trigger it to be deactivated. So let's see about that. Again, probably a good strategy there is to bring the boss to low life, just wait for the beams to be active and then cool him. I think that's how I did it at the time. And there are two darkness related challenges. There is a darkness phase in the middle of the fight. Um, and basically you will start to gain darkness debuff stacks pretty quickly. So the challenge is that you should not gain more than 5 is actually hard unless you are prepared up front. So if you see the darkness phase coming up or you see that the boss is approaching half HP, you should start throwing out flares, because if you like see the darkness already setting in, then you're probably too late and you already reached 5 stacks. So you have to be prepared for that upfront. That's probably the harder one of these two. And the other one is defeat the boss without using any flares. So during the darkness phase there are like patches of light. Um, you'll see them like one tile, like these big patches of light, usually more than one, all around the middle of the arena, and you can move there safely. They usually change their positions, so you will have to move around, but it's actually fairly easy to survive the darkness phase without using any flares. So I would say that's an easy quest, and basically, so ideally you can do this like 2 at a time. So you would need 2 runs to complete all of the challenges in an ideal case, but yeah, let's see. Um, yeah, also I'm not aware of any level restriction for the boss to spawn. So you can get him to spawn in a pretty low level area with no mod. This is probably the easiest boss to find and the easiest boss to kill. I am currently, yeah, around that 150, and no serious mod, as you can see. So let's see the fight. You can see the pyramids in the 4 corners already. And he'll start by doing these sphere explosions. There will be a similar attack, which is more deadly later. So, and if you start to damage him, he'll probably do some other stuff as well. Yep. There is this, I don't know, skull explosion, and we have already the beams going. So you can turn off the beams probably by standing, yep, on the red light behind them. Just like that. And you can also, like right before they activate, you can go and stand on the red light so that there won't be many active at the same time, because otherwise they would, like 4 of them would activate at once. So if you are going for that challenge, either kill the boss pretty quickly to not reach this phase, or just start by walking behind the pyramids for the first time. Also, if you go out from the light here, you'll get the darkness debuffs instantly. So as you can see, like I'm pretty quickly on 5 hits. So if you're going for that challenge, you wanna probably go pretty quickly to the safe red circle, and then you can still do that without reaching 5 stacks. You can also walk below the beams. They will not damage you. However, if you go at the end of them, they will apply corrupting blood on you, which is pretty bad. It's a bleeding effect, so you can remove that with the bleeding flasks, which you would definitely bring for this fight. Okay, and meanwhile we did see a couple more attacks from the boss. So there is this blood sphere, which will be launched at your direction and explode. There was 2 attacks at the same time actually, so the skull explosion and the blood sphere explosion. Maybe we can, like, yes, there's this one, and maybe we can see them separately now. Yes. They both usually hit pretty hard, not on this level necessarily. Alright, let's get to the darkness phase, and we'll also see the most deadly attack. Here it is. So at some points during the fight, apparently even in the first phase, he will jump up from the ground and just charge these like projectile spikes at you from the sky, and they are very deadly. So when you see this, you'll just want to start running around and basically not doing anything else, because if you stay in one place they will hit you and you'll probably die. There is a good chance for it, even on low levels. Alright, so darkness phase, close to half HP. You'll see these like safe light spots where you can stay without using any flares. Or you can just go into the darkness. If you have the appropriate resistance, it shouldn't be an issue, but you can also throw some flares around. So that's about it. You kill the mobs, and then you'll return to fighting the boss. Yeah. Let's see for... right. And during the second phase there is this like more advanced attack as well. The one with the expanding circles that you just saw. That one also is pretty hard, and you can avoid it by going to the outside. But be careful that you'll have to like stay in the darkness, which you might want to avoid. So you might want to just come to the safe places behind beams. I think we went over actually on most of the attacks. Like this one is the dangerous one that you want to avoid at all costs. And probably both of the explosions hit pretty hard on higher levels, but they are not so much of an issue on lower levels. And the bleed applied by the beams also are pretty dangerous. Yeah. Hey, I think that should be it. Have fun and good luck with your challenges.